Hello everyone and welcome to this channel. In this video, we shall look at how to budget for layers feeds in the first 4 months before they mature and start laying eggs. So now, in the first 4 months, these birds do not lay eggs simply because they are still chicks, and with that, they are developing and growing features that aid in egg development. Some birds may begin to lay eggs as early as 4 months of age, while others may not reach maturity until 6 to 8 months of age to start laying eggs. And when you experience this scenario whereby your hens may take over 5 months to lay eggs, do not panic because each and every bird varies when it comes to laying eggs. For example, even when your birds start laying eggs already, there are days you come across when you collect fewer eggs compared to the number of birds you have. This may be simply because some birds didn't lay eggs in that particular day. So in this video, we shall look at approximately how much you will need to put aside for feeds while these birds haven't yet started laying eggs. Now, before we go into the calculations, we will have to keep in mind that these figures we shall look at are only catering for the feeds expenses before they start laying eggs. And also you should keep in mind that not all your birds will start laying eggs at once, meaning you will have to see fewer eggs at the beginning, and they will not exactly correspond to the number of birds you have. But as time passes by, the number of eggs will start increasing because most of your birds should have started laying eggs, mostly by 8 months. You should also keep in mind that when your birds are just starting to lay eggs, these eggs tend to be very small at the beginning, so you shouldn't worry or panic that the eggs you are harvesting are too small and tiny and that they may not survive in the market. That shouldn't be your worry at all because as time goes on, when your hens continue laying eggs, these eggs get bigger and bigger with time. So by 6 months of laying eggs, these eggs should be of good size. So with all that being said, let's get into the calculations. So I'm going to use an example of 350 birds. You can use an actual number of birds you really want to obtain or start with. So when I purchase 350 chicks that are layers, the first 4 months should be catered for when they are not laying eggs when it comes to feeds. With that, we will need to know how much it will cost to feed each bird. So when these birds are just chicks, they are fed starter feed in the first 8 to 9 weeks of age. Now let's get into the calculations. So a layer chick can feed 60 grams of feed per day. Now if one bird consumes 60 grams of feed per day, then in a period of 9 weeks, the bird would have consumed 3.78 kilograms of starter feed in the first 9 weeks. So the 3.78 kilograms came about by me finding out how many days are there in the first 9 weeks, which are 63 days, and then multiplied those days by the amount of feed consumed per day, which are the 60 kilograms. So the answer I got was 3,780 grams, and then I converted this value to kilograms, which gave me the 3.78 kilograms above there. So after finding out how much a bird consumes in the first 9 weeks feeding on starter feed, we are going to find out how many bags of starter feed we will need in the first 9 weeks. So let's proceed to calculating that. Now I'm going to use the 3.78 kilograms I got earlier, and then I'll multiply this value with the number of birds I have. So let's proceed to calculating that. I'll use the 3.78 kilograms multiplied by the number of birds, which are the 350 birds, and it will give me 1,323 kilograms of feed. And when I convert the 1,323 kilograms of feed into the number of bags we can actually get, so when it comes to this part, it will depend on the amount of a sack you get. It can be 50 kilograms or 70 kilograms or 100 kilograms. So for example, in this video, I'll use an example of a 50 kilogram bag of feed. So this will mean that, let's do a calculation here. We shall calculate the 1,323 kilograms of feed and then divide these figures by one bag, which are the 50 kilograms, giving us an answer of 26.46 kilograms. So the 26.46 kilograms indicates the number of bags we shall need in the first 9 weeks to feed these birds. So now when these birds hit the 9th week, they will have to switch to the next type of feed, which is the grower's feed. So let us look at how many bags of grower's feed we shall need to feed these 350 birds. So layers start consuming grower's feed from week 10 to the 16th week, and feed consumption per day increases to about 85 grams per day. So those are 7 weeks we shall need to feed these birds with grower's feed. Now let's calculate how much a bird consumes in the 7 weeks. First of all, the 7 weeks contains 49 days in total, meaning a bird will consume, let's calculate here, 49 days times 85 grams per day, giving us 4,165 grams. And this, when we convert this into kilograms, it will be 4.165 kilograms in a period of 7 weeks. Now let's proceed into calculating how many bags we shall need of grower's feed for these 7 weeks to feed these birds. So if one bird consumes 4.165 kilograms of grower's feed in the 7 weeks, it means that, let's do the math here. So 4.165 kilograms multiplied by the 350 birds we have, giving us 1,457.75 kilograms. And when we divide this by a 50 kilogram bag, we end up getting 29.155 bags of grower's feed to feed 350 birds in a period of 7 weeks. And then eventually, when we add up these bags of grower's feed and the starter's feed, it gives us a total of 55 bags we shall need to feed these birds in a period of 4 months. Now, let me talk a little about the next month, which is the 5th month. In this month, you'll start seeing some eggs, usually around the 18th week. So from that point, it will mean that you will have to switch from grower's feed to layer's feed the moment some of your chickens start laying eggs. So between the 17th week and the 18th week, it means that not all your birds are laying eggs. So you will have to also cater for those 2 weeks. In that, you will have to follow the same calculation I used for those 2 weeks. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like this video.